If you're considering printing invitations from home, this is your sign to go ahead and do it. Now, recently, I just gave you guys one of my best Cricut tips, that sometimes a print and cut feature is not as good as doing a cut then print, because in that case, you are not going to be fighting registration marks and fighting for space on that 8.5 by 11 paper, which in the long run is going to give you more cards for your cardstock. So the entire point of this video and the entire point of my little rant here is to help you find out if you can actually do this at home yourself. So today I'm going to show you right on my desktop how I go about changing my printer settings so I can print onto these unique size cards. So here is my invitation design right in Canva, and I have not saved it out yet. Chances are if it's in your design, you're going to want to print out all these cards. So I'm going to go up to the top right, click share, then download. Typically this is automatically set to in PNG for file type, but I'm going to be switching this to PDF, best for print. If there are specific cards in your design that you want selected in this file, select them underneath select pages. If you are a Canva Pro member, I do recommend switching to CMYK for this, and then I go ahead and hit download. Now once that's done downloading, I do open it up and make sure I check my preview of all my cards. If you're happy with how everything looks, go up to file print on your desktop. Now it's time to tweak some printer settings. I do have a Canon Pixma, so that is the settings you are seeing here. Yours may look a little different, but usually the settings are pretty similar. So the first card I'm going to run through is the 5x7 main invitation, and that is my page 1 on the left hand side here. Under pages, I'm going to go to range from, and I'm going to make sure it just has page 1 selected. As you saw, the other ones did get grayed out just to notify me that they're not going to be printed. Then as you saw under page size, it was under 8.5 by 11, which is standard. When I click on paper size, I do have a bunch of presets up here on the top, and I could go with that 5x7 borderless option. But if your printer does not have that, look for a manage custom sizes or something along that effect to see if you can create one of these yourself. So when I do go ahead and click on mine, I have the option to create a new size template. Now all I did was hit that plus button to create a new custom size. I'm going to give it a name so I stay very organized, so that once I put my sizing in, I can have this saved for the next time I want to use the same template again. For the margins, I like to zero them out so there is no buffer on the sides. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the width of the height of my card, which is 5x7. Then I'm set to save this out by hitting OK. As soon as that sizing was changed, I can notice on the left hand side that my preview of that 5x7 card was changed, which is exactly what we wanted. The only problem is now I need to change that scaling to make sure this is 100%. Sometimes our printers like to do a scale to fit as the default, which is exactly what you don't want. You want to make sure your scale is 100 so it gets the full design of what you created. Anytime I get messaged about a printing error, usually this is 99% of the time what the issue is. Just remember, if your design preview does not look good, your print's not going to look good. Now the last thing I recommend to get a good high quality print is to go under quality and media and change your paper type. If you don't notify your printer what kind of paper it is printing on, it will not know how to lay down the ink correctly. And always change your quality to high. It makes a huge difference, guys. And before hitting that, I just load in my 5x7 cardstock into my printer, and then I send it to print. I do recommend always doing a test run of one of these prints just to make sure everything is set up and laying right before you go ahead and up your copies and do multiple at the same time. And yes, the same exact method I just showed you guys works exactly the same as if I was doing those smaller cards you saw in the beginning of my video. So what I just loaded in is my 3.5 by 6 details card, which is not a common size to have printed on. So if you do try going through a print shop, sometimes these sizes aren't available, which is one of the many benefits to DIYing right from home. We do have the flexibility to make it whatever size we desire. So as you see back on my desktop here, I am trying to print out my details card, and I have selected the page 3, which is my details design. I am going back into paper size, and I'm giving myself a new template with this different size. Again, title it, make sure you zero out your margins, and then change the width and the height. Make sure your scaling is at 100%, and make sure that preview of your card looks good. Lastly, change that paper type and make sure your quality is put to high so you get a professional looking print. And really, that's everything I go about changing in my printer settings to make sure I can print onto all these different size cards. Make sure you give this video a save so you can give these printer settings a try next time you're looking to DIY your invitations.